Alright, today I'm going to show you how to set up an electric percolator coffee maker. This setup applies to both a stovetop percolator, which you would just set on there and put a flame under it and let it perk that way. It's a little more time consuming, but today this is just an electric percolator. Almost all electric percolators are this way, some of them might be different. But in this case we'll be using a 1965 Ware tin cup model. But all you'll need here is, of course, the percolator and all the components, coffee, a filter, because they no longer make percolator grind coffee. Of course, you could always grind it yourself, but what I do is I buy regular coffee. You can get that at any grocery store. And I use these wraparound design coffee filters. That seems to do the job. It keeps the grounds out of it. That's pretty good to go. So what you're going to do here is fill this up to the desired amount of water. I've got it right under the tin cup line. You don't want to fill it up over that, or else when this setup goes in, it'll be sitting in the bottom of the bowl and you'll pretty much be overfilling it. But there's a little latch there that holds this into place. Since I'm trying to do this one-handed, we'll see how it goes. But you want to keep that right there. Take your filter, and we'll pretty much tuck it down into the holder here, like so. And then we're going to fill this area right in here with coffee. Now, I myself, for a 10-cup pot, I use 5 scoops. This is just Hills Brothers Original Blend, nothing special. It's not Starbucks, nothing like that. It's what I've used for quite a while. I've never had a problem with it. Now, this is honestly to taste. There's people that like coffee strong enough to put hair on your chest, and there's people that like it weak as tea, pretty much. If you ask me, it looks like piss in a cup, but we're not going to go there. But go ahead and get your coffee in there. You don't want to dump it down that little metal tube, because that goes directly down there, and that's just going to spit grounds into your coffee, and honestly, who the hell wants that? So there's little perforated holes in this filter on 4 corners. As you can see, there's one there, and how it works is you just get the filter set up just right, and you just thread it right over the tube. Now, don't mind me if this takes a little longer than what it usually does, but between the fact that I'm doing this two-handed and trying to look through the camera at the same time, it makes it a little harder. But just tuck it over that and wrap everything over like so, and tuck it down in there. Now, you get your lid, and plain and simple, you see how that is? You want the lip to be at the top, and then you just kind of, this lip right here, we're going to try something here. You're going to want to lift up on that, get that over, put the lid on, slide this back over, put the latch back on, clean up your mess because we're not pigs here. Put the lid back on the coffee. I'm going to slide this over here out from underneath the cabinet here. Set this inside. That's your indicator light. When this perks, this one takes about 15 minutes to brew from plug-in to brewed. You're going to put your lid on here. Make sure it's latched right. You don't want it to fall off. Just snap it on there like so. Everything's good to go. Now, this indicator light right here, it will glow an orange red, because as you can see, it's white right now. It'll glow an orange red when the coffee is done. and you won't hear it perking anymore either. But after that, you pretty much get your cord here. We're not going to do it right now because it's 10:15 at night and I'm not drinking coffee this late. I'm getting it prepared for tomorrow. But you just plug it into the bottom here until it is fully plugged in. Then any idiot knows how to do this. You just plug it right into the wall. But that's pretty much all there is to getting a percolator ready. Now, like I said, if you're going to use a stovetop percolator like for over here, don't mind that lid. I've got a cast iron skillet in the stove in the oven seasoning. But all you'll do is you'll set it right here on the stove. You'll turn the flame on. Get a low flame, you don't want it too hot. And just let it sit there until it starts perking. And when the water starts to perk up and brew, you'll want to shut the flame down and just let it sit there and perk for a couple minutes. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get a nice golden brown or a black cup of coffee. But that's all there is to it to set up a percolator. It's more complicated than most drip makers, but I myself prefer the taste over a drip coffee maker, even though I've had numerous people tell me this is one of the worst ways to make a cup of coffee. But I don't really care what they say. I'm the one drinking it, not them. But that's all there is to it. All of y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Take care.